Bookish prep, reading goals, let's do it. 6 book goals for 2026. You may never hear of this again. I'm so excited, I'm so excited. I have great news. Hello my friends, welcome to my channel where we focus on books, reading, and cozy wellness. This video is all about book prep and 2026 reading goals. It is currently the 30th of December, which means I need to figure out what I want my reading goals to look like for the new year. So let's get all our bookish items prepped and let's figure out our 2026 reading goals. Let's go. Okay, so I have 5 items that I need to do to get my bookish prep all ready for 2026. They are: number 1, make my 2026 reading goals. Number 2, prep my 2026 book journal. Number 3, make a little note card template for the books I plan to read in 2026. Number 4, create a book series list of all the book series I am currently in the middle of. And number 5, plan out some bookish content for you guys. So I guess let's jump right into it, shall we? Number 1 is to make my 2026 reading goals. So the only reading goal that I had in 2025 was to read a certain number of books. And let me tell you how many that was. I believe it was 750. It was 50. Okay. Wow. Okay, so I only have one reading goal for 2025, and that was to read 50 books. And I bypassed that goal by quite a bit. I read 74, I believe I met. Should have just left Fable open. We're at 77. Wow, I'm so off on everything. We're at 77 books for the year. You can see my flower is fully filled up. So I read 77 books so far this year, which means, of course, I'm going to have a book goal for 2026, but it's going to be more than 50. It's going to be more than 77. So yeah, that being said, that was the only goal I had in 2025. So I need to take some time and think about what kind of goals I want in 2026, because I feel like I want more than one. I'm thinking maybe like 5 book goals. Does that seem good? Or maybe 6 is 2026. So like 6 goals for 2026. 6 book goals for 2026. I love it. So, excuse me, you're on my paper. So we are going to have 6 book goals for 2026. Woohoo! Go me! So, I was gonna have a book goal. What else can we do? Like, what kind of reading goals are there? Okay. So, I want to read. So, I guess we'll start with read a total of 100 books. That would be just shy of 2 books a week. I feel like if I'm reading more, I want to do that. So read a total of 100 books. I love that. Okay. We start with that one because I know I want to do a book goal. So that's the easiest. But so we have that one. And then let me think. Like, do I want to do, what kind of goals do I want to do? A genre goal? Do I want to do, that would be fun. So read. So we have fantasy,
romance, thriller, historical fiction, non-fiction, contemporary fiction. So we're going to read
6 different genres. Because I want to expand my genres. So I'd like to read at least 6 different ones. I already read at least 4 most of the time. Hopefully I read a lot more than 6. But like 6 seems like a good place to start, right? I think so. I'm gonna do something with reducing my TBR, but I buy so many books that it's hard to like reduce it when I add to it as well. But yeah. Okay, so read a wrapped thriller each month. That's a fun thing I plan to do with my TBR. I also want to figure out what I want to do for like my monthly TBRs. So that's something we need to do too, is figure out the monthly TBR plan. But yeah, so that is part of the TBR. So is there anything like, is there like a specific book I want to read? I'm trying to think, do I want to like finish a specific series? Read an entire series? Like, what goals do I have? We have 3. So we're going to leave that at that for now. We're going to come back to that because I feel like those will come to me as I go, right? So next up would be book journal prep. But my book journal that I ordered is not here yet. I'm sorry, I had to turn a heater on. The book journal I ordered is not here yet. So we cannot prep it yet. Hopefully it's going to come today. It was scheduled for tomorrow, but it says it might come today. So hopefully it comes today and then we'll do it today together. Otherwise, I'll pop it on at the end of this video. We'll prep it tomorrow together. But hopefully we'll be able to do our book journal prep. Sorry, I'm unwrapping these, but hopefully we'll be able to do our book journal prep together a little bit later. But so we're gonna have to skip that one for now. Okay, and we are partially through our 2026 reading goal. Next is our note card template. So this is what I'm thinking. Do I care to do this? Do I care to do this is the question. The original plan was that what I would do is I would write down the title of the book, when read, if it's part of a series, and then thoughts, and then themes. And then on the back would be like summary of the story. Because then like when I go to pick it up, I would have it all here. But am I just gonna do that in my book journal? Could I just pull out my book journal and look at that? Would I just be like doing the same thing 6 different times? Because that is something I need to stop doing in 2026, is doing the same thing a million different times. So let me see. Because I feel like it does. I feel like it's a book journal, so it's literally gonna say like, what was the book? Like, isn't that the whole point? So then I can pull it out and look at. So yeah, maybe. Let me see. Where's the book review page? Title, author, genre. Actually, do I need to stick these in? So like, okay, I don't know if I explained. So the game plan was I was going to make these little note cards so that whenever I finished a book, I could do a little summary of it and stick it in the book. So then if someone wants to read it, I have a little summary of it, or if I go back to read it, I can see when I originally read it and what I thought of it and stuff. However, my thought process is that if I'm doing a physical book journal where I'm writing down basically most of this, like the theories and the themes weren't there, but I could make it part of it. And if I'm keeping track on Fable and actually typing out a summary of my thoughts, if I actually make myself do that, I would literally be doing it 3 different times. So I don't know. But this is a good template. So technically, it doesn't really matter if I decide I want to do it, right? It only is going to matter come 2026. So in like 3 to 5 days, when I finish my first book of 2026, then it'll matter. So I made my template at least. I guess that would be a win, right? Because that's what I want. I would title, when read, if it's part of a series, thoughts of it, the themes, and like a summary of the book. That's all I would really need. So yeah, here's the template. And if I decide to use it, you'll be seeing me writing these out in 2026. If not, you may never hear of this again. But hey, we got this bookish prep item done. I made my template for my index card for my books, like my reviews. Okay, so yeah, I guess the template is all ready. A summary, like with spoilers. So yeah, that'll be the difference. This is gonna be with spoilers, so I can reread it. So maybe I do want to do this actually. So I'm not gonna put spoilers on Fable, that's for sure. And my book journal, like I can put spoilers, but like there's not that much room. So I'm thinking, actually I do want to do this. So yeah, title, when read, series, thoughts, themes, and then summary with spoilers. Love it. So we'll need to find a place on our bookshelf for these to live. I'm excited. And do we do it like different colors based on different genres? So I have 4 different colors here. Do we do it based on just different genres or just whatever I feel like grabbing? Well, we'll find out, but we're gonna go put this under my Nomi for now, and then she might live somewhere else eventually, but for now, that's her home. Okay, so since I got my template all written out and I was thinking about my book journal, I'm thinking another goal of mine is going to be to keep those up to date. So update book journal and templates minimal weekly. I.e. keep up to date. Because if I'm going to be doing that stuff, I want to do it. So goal is to actually get it done and keep up to date with it. Because like if I start in the book templates and then I don't do it for like 5 books, I'm not going to go back and do it. So I need to do it like every single week, every single time I finish a book, give or take, so that I stay up to date. So up to date with that, up to date with my book journal. That's the game plan. So yeah, that is another goal, and we have 2 more goals to go, but that is the game plan there. Book journal prep we cannot do. Monthly TBR that we can do. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I need to check every month about how many books I read each month. Like what was my general, like every month you read. Okay, so I'd say it's probably about 5 to 6. If I have a good month, I'll read more. If I have a bad month, I'll read less, but we'll say about 5 to 6 these months. So my monthly TBR that we will be picking together each month is going to be 6 books, and then we're going to have them themed. So we're going to try this probably for like January, February, March, probably quarter 1, and then if I don't like it, I might redo how I pick my TBR, but this is the game plan for now. We'll be picking my TBR based off of some of these stipulations. Number 1, I'm going to do 1 wrapped thriller, which I will explain in my first TBR video, but 1 wrapped thriller. Number 2, so I'm going to do 1 reverse pretty. So I will explain all of these in my January TBR video, but for now I just want to get them down. So I'll just tell you what they are like out loud, and then I'll explain what they actually mean in my TBR video. So next is going to be 1 series I'm reading, then we'll have mood pick, and then 1 genre I'm craving. Love it. Ooh, or should we do 1 different genre? Different. No. Fave. Love it. Perfect. So I have my TBR all good. So I'm going to rewrite that to make it look nicely and stick it on my bookshelf. And then that is going to be what my TBRs are going to be based off in the next few months, is these categories. So I'm excited. Next up on the list of to-dos is to make my book series list. So this is going to be a list of all the series I'm in the middle of, where I'm at in the series, but I think that my book journal I bought has a book series list in it, a page where I can do that. I'm just not sure how big it is. I'm hoping that it's like several pages, so I could do maybe like a bunch of different book series, because I'm probably in the middle of like 10 to 20. So like, if I could do that, I mean, I'm probably in the middle of more than that, but like actively in the middle of 10 to 20. So hopefully it's big enough. I kind of have to wait for the journal to see how big it is. Or the other option is, well, there's 2 other options. The other 2 options are, oh, I thought it was a bug. Sorry. The other 2 options are, 1, make like just a list on like my laptop or my phone of just the book series I'm in the middle of, and just keep it going as I go. It can be as long as it wants. That sounds kind of nice. Or 2, make it as I go. So as I read book series this year, add it to the book series list on my phone or laptop or whatever. I might do that. So like, what I do is I already have a note in my phone that is like all the books I've read that year, which reminds me I need to update that. But I could also do like a book series note like this, you know, and then I could just like hit, and that could be like the, so that's probably what I'm gonna do, like this. You see, and then every time I'm reading a series this year, I'll just add it in there, and then I'll know like where I'm at on all my series. Kind of like that, but because otherwise I'd have to go through, I mean, so the issue is it doesn't feel like that many because I own several books, like for several several of the books that are next in series I'm reading. So like when you look at it, you see a stack of like 6 books and you're like, oh, that's not that bad. But then you start looking around, you're like, oh, so I have the romance series. Plus I have all these series that I don't own the next books in. So it starts to be like a lot. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to update it as I go this year. So I'm going to do a book series list, and I'm going to stay on track of it and stick with it. But I'm going to do it as I go, because I'm not going to be spending the next hour, if not more, getting this all done. I know it's bookish prep, but I'm not going to do it. So that's my game plan. I'm curious how you guys track your series. Do you guys track your series at all? Do you gotta just willy-nilly it and like try to remember what you're in the middle of reading? Because I feel like there's so many different series nowadays that it's so hard to keep track, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, so that's the game plan with book series. I'm going to cross that off as done because I made a template of what I want them to look like, and I made my game plan for it, which is going to be putting it in my book journal once I see how much room we have, and then putting it in my phone as I read it as this year goes on. So that would be that. We need 1 more bookish goal. We have 6, or we have 5. We need 1 more, but I'll tell you all of them at the end. But we are trying to get the last one. But yeah, so bookish goals we are reading, or we are working on. Book journal we can't do yet. This is done. Okay, so reading goals, we have to finish the last one up. Book journal, we have to wait for it to come. And then content. And then we are good. So I guess I'm going to disappear for this part because you don't care about this part. I'm going to go plan out some content. But let me know what kind of book content you guys want to see in 2026. Please let me know. anything. I can always change my plan. So let me know what kind of book content you love to watch, you want to watch more of, you're interested in watching, anything like that. Let me know down below because I just want to make fun videos. So if it's something you guys want to watch, I am all for giving it a try. So if there's certain book content that you guys want in the new year, please let me know. Please, please, please let me know. At any point too. If at any point you're like, ooh, you should do this, just throw a comment on any of my videos. I do not care. But yeah, book content, I'm going to do some planning and then I will check in with you guys a little bit later, hopefully when my book journal is here. Friends, I'm so excited, I'm so excited. I have great news, I have great news, I have great news. So, it arrived. Yep, my book journal is here. It just showed up, so I thought we could unwrap it together and see what it's all about, and yeah, if there's any prep, we can prep it. So, let's open her up. So happy she showed up today because I want to get her done. So, first things first, she is plastic wrapped. Let's unplastic wrap her. So I just got this from Amazon. I just picked it out. I looked around at a bunch of different places and this one just had the setup that I was looking for basically. So I liked the pictures of what it looked like it was going to look like. I liked what the pages had on it. So like the biggest difference for each journal, how is this not open? I just stabbed it. The biggest difference for each journal that I was looking at like on all the different websites was that the like review pages, the pages for where you write your book reviews, were different in what they had on them. So like some of them had just different prompts on them. So that's how I picked it, based on cover and then based on the review pages. Well, mostly based on review pages and then based on cover. So I got my reading journal and I'm so excited to do my first reading journal in 2026. So this is my first official reading journal. It's actually my first... Hold on, let me throw this out before the cats get it. Okay, so this is my first official reading journal. It's also my first unofficial reading journal because I've never done a reading journal before. The only like reading tracking I've done is the list in my phone of all the books I read, and then like middle of this past year I started tracking my books and doing some minimal reviews on Fable. So we're gonna get all up into the book tracking this year. So this is my first ever book journal and I'm so excited. Like I said, I just got it from Amazon. I picked it out. So I'm hoping the pictures actually match what it looks like because we're all basing it off of like hope and dreams and chances here. So I guess let's open her up and see, shall we? So the cover is pink with some flowers on it and it says, "There's no such thing as too many books." Reading journal, which absolutely agree. So it's my first time seeing it, by the way, guys. So this is who designed it. Front and center, can't miss it. So there's like an opening page where you can put your name. There's books to read pages. There's another set of books to read pages. Completed books, so like you can put the completed book, you can put down each book you complete and track them. So we have the title, the author, the rating, and the spice level. We have another set of those, and then we have a quote collection, so you can write some favorite quotes. Oh, she is bent. That's funny considering she was plastic wrapped. How did her page bend? But okay. Quote collection. Yearly reading goals. That's fun. Number of books read last year, number of books I want to read this year. Why are these goals important to me? Cute. Reading tracker, so you can track pages, but I think I'm just gonna do track the day. Okay, I got it now. So you're supposed to color code this, and then each day you're supposed to, based off your color coded key, you're supposed to color in how many pages you read. So like 10 to 20, say this is pink. If on the first I read 8 pages, I make this pink, and then if 11 to 20 was green, if on the second I read 15 pages, I make this green, so then you can see how many pages you read each day. That's so fun! We have another set of that, so I guess if this is more than 1 year, you have an extra set. So we have a cute book tracker, so you can color in the books as you read them, and same with here, it looks like a cute little book stack. You can color in the books as you read them. I'll probably do those like once a month. Audio book tracker and ebook tracker. I probably won't really use those because ebooks are just like the same. Oh, that's disappointing. Ebooks are just like the same as, so I might change this to Get your thoughts together, Kim. Ebooks to me are the same as like physical books, so I don't really need a separate tracker for that. And then audiobooks, I don't really listen to audiobooks. Though I might try this year, so maybe I'll leave that open. But my series tracker is only 1 page and it has room for 3 series. So that's disappointing because I have so many series. So I might change that to the ebook tracker to more series. So like just put like the series name here and like where I'm at in the series. Maybe? Because that's not going to be enough for me. So there's also a couple challenges, it looks like. So there's a 16 book challenge here, 30 book challenge. Oh, a genre challenge. That's fun because I said I wanted to read 6 different genres as one of my goals. So the genres, we have young adult, mystery, nonfiction, memoir, fiction, classics, fantasy, history, and poetry. So that could be fun. We have the alphabet challenge, so I'll probably do the alphabet challenge this year. Abandoned books, so any things that I DNF'd, and then we get into the book review pages where 1 page is per book. So this is 1 book, this is book 2. Like it's not like a full spread, it's just like 1 book, next book, next book, next book. So you get 1 page per each book. And then it looks like the book review pages, I picked this one specifically because I liked what they looked like. So you can print out a little picture of your book here if you want, which I'm not. I would like to do that, but I'm not sure if I'm going to. I should do that. That would be cute. But print out your book, and then it says title, author, genre, hardcover, paperback, ebook, audiobook. You color it in. So that's why I feel like I don't need a tracker for those. But anyways, start date, end date, my rating, and then book rating further. So we have spice level, tear shed, and laughter, which I think that was fun. That like those are the 3 most important aspects, right? We have summary, we have what I loved, we have what I recommend or not, we have overall thoughts, favorite quote. Cute, right? And then you just have that over and over again, and then it looks like that is literally the rest of the book. All of this, the rest of the book. So there is a bunch of book review pages. So I love that because I'm hoping that this will get me through all of 2026. So this will be my 2026 book journal, and I think it looks good. So it looks like there's not much I really need to do to get it ready, but we're gonna write a couple things in, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So let's start by saying I hate writing in books because I'm always like nervous, and then I feel like my handwriting looks so much worse than my actual handwriting. So it's like you try extra hard that it looks worse, if you ask me. But I kind of want to do a cute color. Ooh, okay. So we're thinking we actually want to use a highlighter. We'll do purple. So, okay, this belongs to Kim. So bam, belongs to me. 2026. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. We have these books to read. I'm not sure what I want to do with these pages. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like, do I put anticipated books? I'm just not gonna fill those in right now. That we'll think about. I feel like since I just got this, I need to like think about what I want some of these pages to be. So we'll fill it out as the year goes on together. It'll be a fun thing, but we're just getting it started, getting it prepped. So next page is the completed books, which the year hasn't started yet. I don't have any. No quote collection. Yearly reading goals. Okay. So, wha-bam. Yearly reading goals. So it is. Okay, so we made January goals, which is to read 8 books, read 5 days a week minimum, and then a challenge I want to do for myself. I wrote the number of books I want to read this year is 100. I did not fill out the number of books I read last year because 2025 is not over. I might finish a book, and my goals are important to me because I want to read more. I want to reduce my physical TBR. So this, I am not going to start yet, but what I think I'm going to do is like each day in pencil, I can just write how many pages I read, and then I can go back later and color it in. So I'll do that, but we're not going to do that yet. Okay, that's another page of the same thing. This we're going to do as the year goes on, so we can't do that yet. Ebook tracker will go as the year goes on. Series tracker, 16 book challenge. Not you, Siri. My phone loves to do that. 30 book challenge, genre challenge. So all that stuff I need to just do as I go. And then into the book reviews. So I guess we're prepped. The book journal is all prepped. That's very, very exciting. I'm excited. So I'm thinking maybe like on these, I'll do like my top books I want to read this year. So like, I don't have any top books I know I want to read this year yet. Like, I really don't. I look at my shelves and I'm going to read all of them and none of them at the same time. That's being a mood reader, isn't it? But I might do like, as I think of books that are like, I definitely need to get them read this year, I think I might fill this out, and then I might have like 20 books that I want to read in, I don't need to see that, 20 books that I want to read in 2026 as I get this filled out. But it's going to be like an ongoing process. This whole thing's obviously an ongoing process. But yeah, book journal is all prepped. My book journal is all prepped, and while I was doing all of that kind of stuff, I figured out my final goals for 2026. So let me write them out on a fresh pretty card, and then let's go over my 2026 reading goals. I have them all written out, so let's chat through them real quick. My 6 book goals for 2026. Number 1. Please ignore Peaches next to me scratching the kitty post. Number 1. Read a total of 100 books. Number 2. Read 6 different genres. Number 3. Read a wrapped thriller each month. Number 4. Stick with my TBR, 3 out of 6 books each month minimum. Number 5. Read 5+ days a week. Number 6. Keep my book journal and my note cards up to date, i.e. update them every single week minimum. Those are my 6 reading goals for 2026. And then I also have a craft goal that I am thinking about starting, but I don't have any supplies for yet. So we're not going to talk about it because it might not happen, but I would like to do it. So perhaps a craft goal as well. But those are my 6 book and reading goals for 2026. And with that, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video this week, for helping me plan out my 2026 reading goals and do my bookish prep. I'd love to know if you guys have any reading goals for 2026. Please leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear them, and let me know if you did any kind of bookish prep, because I'm curious. I can't believe 2026 is here, and I can't believe that I am planning out my 2026 bookish goals. So I think 2026 is going to be a big year of reading, and I am so excited. It's going to be such a good one. So yeah, I cannot wait to really get into these bookish goals, to share all my reading this year, and to have such a fun one and to keep connecting with you guys. With that, again, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys have a fabulous start to 2026, and that January is treating you well. Live well, read some books, go discover, my friends.